Hey everybody, it's Pastor George, your pastor of stewardship, with my show, Dollars and Cents. Today we're going to be talking about the 4 stages of financial growth. The first is spending control, the second is debt elimination, the third is save vesting, where you learn how to save and invest, and the fourth is building a wealth machine. But it all starts off with a firm foundation of spending control. Has anybody ever heard the word budget? Uh-oh, I said it, budget. I know some people don't like that word, but actually it's an empowering word. What we don't like about it is we think that we're being constricted, we're being put in a tight place. But actually what it does is it lets you expand to another place or where you can grow to do what you need to do. I'm from Minnesota, and I used to come home every summer with my children when they were small. The twins were about 5 years old and my daughter was about 3. And I would stand right where they were able to play outside, and then I'd also watch inside because I was trying to watch the game sometimes. But I have to spend so much time looking out and watching where my kids were because I didn't want them to wander off too far. But then also I didn't want something out there to also come and get involved with my kids too. So then the following year when I came back, my dad had built a fence. And then I learned something from that fence because I could just sit outside and watch them a little bit, and then I could watch what was going on at the game too the same way. When I had a fence built, I could just keep what was inside, and have to worry about what was going on outside. Why are we talking about fences and not about budgets? Because a good budget is like having a fence around your finances. So we can keep track of what you have. So at the end of the month, you don't run out of, you ever have more month than you have money? So you want to make sure that we can monitor that by having a very good budget. And then also, what we do is when we have a good budget, is to include everything. All your expenses, whether it's housing, all the way down to personal care and all of your expenses. There should be no miscellaneous $500. Everything should be accounted for so that we know how we can put things and then get them in order. You know, when you make $1, there's only 3 things you can do with it. The first is spend it. The second is lend it to somebody. That means put it in a bank. And the third is own something. We want to make sure we're taking our resources and we're moving them towards ownership. Then after we get an order, then we begin to prioritize them. There's something called a need, a want, and a wish. A need is something that you essentially need. You need to have shelter. You need to have food. You need to have transportation. A want is to have a luxury car. And then a wish is, we'll talk about that later. But we want to first focus on what our needs are, and then we'll look at what our wants are, but then we also need to eliminate debt, which is step number 2, and then save vesting. We need to be able to invest to build wealth. And then fourth, we need to build a wealth machine. In other words, have passive income. I'm going to walk you through all 4 steps on how to build your financial future, but it all starts by having a solid budget. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to Dollars and Cents. Don't forget to like us. Don't forget to share us with your friends and subscribe to our channel. I look forward to seeing you on our next show.